Hey, welcome back. And today I'd like to talk to you about another flashlight. And it's from the company Anker. Yes, Anker, as you very well know, makes a whole bunch of things. Cables, hubs, USB hubs, things, docking stations, uh, battery packs, earbuds, headphones, whole range of things. And yes, they even include flashlights. Now, recently, I'd never seen any flashlights on their actual website, but they do sell items on eBay, and it's called Anker Direct on eBay. And if I remember, I'll leave the link down below to their eBay site. And this is it. And you get, of course, the flashlight in the box. There's a nice little close-up of the Cree LED. You also get a small little charging cable, which is micro USB, by the way, or not USB, micro USB. And pretty much that's it. They don't even give you an instruction manual because on the back is pretty much all the info you really need to know. And a little bit more stuff here on the side. And, you know, that's pretty much it. And just in case you were wondering, that's what the inside of the box looks like. The flashlight comes inside that little plastic bag to kind of protect it. Now, this is actually called the Anker Boulder LC40 LED flashlight. Now, it has a built-in 18650 battery, but they don't tell me how much milliamps this is, so I'm guessing it's probably around a 2000 milliamp hour battery. It is IPX5 water resistant, so don't submerge this in water, mainly probably because of the charging port, and I'll get to that in a moment. And the LED that they use is the Cree XP-G2 LED. You do get 5 modes in this. You get high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. The high is 400 lumens. The medium is 120 lumens. Low is 20 lumens. Strobe and SOS is at the 400 lumen mark. On the high, you can get 6 hours of runtime. I actually got a little bit more than 6 hours on that. The medium is 20 hours and the low is 50 hours. It is made out of aluminum and they have this little bit of striations here, the knurling, and it's a little bit too smooth. I wish it was a little bit more aggressive so it could feel better in your hand. They do got a nice clip, which seems like it's removable, because right in here it slips into like a little hole that's been built into the body of the flashlight, but I didn't want to take it out in case it breaks it. You get a 100, the beam throw on this is 100 meters or 328 feet that you can see with this flashlight. That's how far the beam goes. And on the back, this round piece here is the mode switch or the on and off switch, and right underneath it, which can be kind of sometimes hard to get to, is a little rubber flap, and it's kind of a little awkward to get to. Right in there is the charging port, and if you see that little tiny circle just underneath the charging port, that is a LED indicator light telling you when it's charging and when it's completely full. And if I can hurry up and get this plugged in, I'm going to plug it into my power bank and I'm going to show you. Okay, you see the little red light? That's the LED indicator light right there. Now, that means it's charging. When it turns blue, that means this is fully charged. And pretty much that's it. There's, you know, it's pretty easy. Click it. And of course, if you press and hold it like a long press, it'll shut it off no matter where it's at. And they got this raised edges here and here, but it's easy. I mean, they got this little cutout here across the rim where you can just make out the button right in here. And so if you're holding it, you can turn it on and off. It's non-focusable, meaning there's no slider or twisting to make it go from a flood to a spotlight. They kind of combined both, the flood and spotlight in this. As you pretty much seen right here, you can see like some light coming out against my hand here, and then there's a spot. And yes, I'm going to show you that in action very shortly. Well, that's pretty much it for all of the specs. So enough of me talking. Let me get you to the test video where you actually see this nice little flashlight in action. And then I'll come back and tell you my final thoughts. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed that test video. So what do I think of this little flashlight? Well, first of all, I don't know if Anker is discontinuing this model or flashlights in general, but because like I said before in the first part of this video, I tried going to their website to find it. I really couldn't find it, but like I said, I did find it on eBay, and I will leave that link not only to the flashlight itself, but to Anker Direct, where you could just go there and see everything that they're selling on eBay. You know, the seller link. That's it. Now, I did test this on high and it did last over 6 hours. And this front part here never really got hot. It barely got warm. So I kind of really dig on that it really didn't get hot. Some flashlights really do, not hot to the touch where you're going to burn yourself, but it really kind of gets warm, and some people are very concerned about that, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about this. Now, here's some things, though, that I don't like about this flashlight. The clip. I mean, you can't swivel it around. I'm not sure, like I said, if you can take it off. I mean, I know there's like this little tiny hole here. I don't know if that's so you can put a tool in it and pull it out or whatever, or maybe you have to press a button down or something inside. That, see that little hump right here? That's actually built into the flashlight, and it slips into the body of the flashlight. I don't know if there's something in there that you got to press down and take it out, because there's nothing on here telling me anything about it. But I wish the clip was removable, and replaceable, let's just say. The other thing I don't like about this flashlight is you cannot get into it. It seems like they completely sealed it up. I tried twisting it like I am now. Nothing unscrews on here, so they probably glued it shut or something of that. So it's a built-in battery, not a replaceable battery. Those are the two biggest things that I dislike about this flashlight. Otherwise, I really like it. I mean, even the strike bezel is really, really good on it. I mean, if you were going to set it down like this, let me do it this way, you could tell that it's on, which really isn't a bad thing, but really a strike bezel is to, cause injury and break glass, things of that nature. But otherwise, other than those really two things were about the clip, which is minor, it's not really a deal breaker. For some people it might be, for me it's not. But the built-in battery from a company like Anker, that's kind of a bad move right there, Anker. You should have it where we can replace the battery instead of having to maybe buy another one. I mean, I imagine you could probably somehow get into it to change out the battery, but let's face it, the majority of us aren't going to go through that trouble. Once the battery dies, we're probably just going to toss it and buy another one, which can be expensive. But then again, the price on this on eBay really isn't that bad, and I think it's worth the money. Let's put it that way. So overall, everything I have to say about the flashlight, despite the clip and the battery, I still highly recommend this flashlight. You can easily fit it in your hand. The clip is nice and strong to the point where, you can clip it to a hat, to a shirt, to a pocket, wherever you may want, and it's going to work just fine. It's a really good flashlight. I like how you have a spot in the center. Well, you know how you got a spot here in the center, and then a floodlight or the spill goes out all over, so you don't have to fiddle with the focus or anything. I like how the beam is on this flashlight as well. It's sufficiently bright enough for like an everyday carry. It doesn't have to be outrageous, like 1,000 lumens or more. And the runtime on this is fantastic. I mean, I got 6 hours, well, over 6 hours. I got about 6 hours and 15 minutes, I believe it was, runtime on high with this thing. And having 20 hours on medium and on low, 50 hours at 20 lumens, that is just fantastic. I think this is a real good deal. It's great, especially if you happen to be in areas that are prone to power outages, whether it be due to weather or whatever else. I mean, it's a great emergency flashlight to have. It's a great flashlight to have in your vehicle, since it is rechargeable. And if you got, a cigarette lighter charger or an accessory port charger, you can always keep it topped up whenever you feel like it. And it's great to have in your vehicle for anything, like changing a tire at night or whatever. It's great to have it. So yeah, the Anker Boulder LC40 LED flashlight is definitely one to get. I would highly recommend it. Don't forget, go to eBay, go look at the links below. Since it's a big company, I imagine that they'll ship out of the USA to somewhere else, to other countries. But definitely get the Anker Boulder LC40. It's a great flashlight, a pretty good price for it. I mean, Some people may argue it costs too much. I don't think so. But it's a real great flashlight, and I highly recommend you get it. So if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. It only takes like a second or two for you to move the cursor over and hit subscribe. And don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media sites. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.